The people of Auckland are being held hostage by car dependency. In September 2020, our dependency was elucidated after several lanes were closed for weeks on the Auckland Harbour Bridge after an accident caused widespread congestion all over the city. But with our infrastructure being built to accommodate the private car as the most efficient mode of transport, we can't blame the drivers for relying on four wheels. And with climate change being on the forefront of our minds, we need to become multi-modal in order to achieve Auckland's 2030 climate targets. One of those modes is cycling. For us to reinvent our lost cycling culture, Aucklanders need to feel safe when they ride a bike.
There's just a really strong link between having protected cycling infrastructure and boosting cycling numbers. You see this in countries like the Netherlands, say Denmark, where cyclists have a lot of safe, protected areas to cycle, and you see things like more women cycling than men because they know it's safe to do so. And we know that in places like Aotearoa, women are less likely to cycle because it's not safe. Children are less likely to cycle because it's not safe. So we just know that it's safe, protected infrastructure first, and then you'll get the cyclists.
The existing Auckland Cycleway network covers parts of the city, but the missing link in that network is here between the North Shore and the CBD, forcing the commuters to either drive over the Auckland Harbour Bridge, take a bus, or risk getting turned away with their bikes at a ferry terminal, just like the 53 cyclists that were during 1 month alone this year. A solution to the problem could be a bike lane on the bridge. On the 62nd anniversary of the opening of the Auckland Harbour Bridge, 1,500 people ascended upon Point Erin Park for Liberate the Lane, a rally organised by Bike Auckland to lobby for a 3-month trial of a cycle lane on the deck of the Auckland Harbour Bridge during the summer, which would connect cyclists to the CBD from the North Shore. The rally resulted in thousands of attendees biking or walking onto the Harbour Bridge, taking over 2 of the northbound lanes. The week after the Liberate the Lane rally, an announcement was made by Transport Minister Michael Wood to build a $685 million cycling and pedestrian bridge adjacent to the Auckland Harbour Bridge. But the NZTA has made promises before.
Definitely really excited, really supportive that something's happening in that space. But we've had promises like these before. Back in 2015, it was said that Skypath would be built, and in 2019 we had a new picture of a larger, more expensive structure. Now, 3 years later, we get another picture of an even bigger, even more expensive structure. So I'm less concerned about what this project might look like in 5 to 10 years' time, and more about what we can do in the next 12 months. Ferries are already at capacity, carrying people across the harbour. We can't wait until 2030 to start dealing with climate change. It's an issue now. So we need to look at the way we're using the assets that we already have and making sure that we're putting them to best use possible.
Not everybody agrees with taking away a lane from drivers to give to cyclists, nor with the amount of money being spent on infrastructure. But we need to be realistic about what our city will be like in the future. Already, some major cities across the world have taken similar measures on their bridges, such as the Burrard Bridge in Vancouver in 2009 and the recently announced project on Brooklyn Bridge in New York. The former proved to be a major catalyst for a cultural shift in cycling and is now the busiest cycle lane in North America.
Well, I think it's about thinking that we're not cyclists, we're people on bikes, and we also drive, we take public transport, we walk, and everybody is multimodal. There's nobody who's just does one form of transport. Even if you're a driver, you have to walk sometimes, and also it's to everyone's benefit. The more people who are on bikes, the less traffic. The more people on bikes means we're out the way of the drivers. So it's good for everybody.